Well, hello everyone out there in the amazing YouTube space and entire internet land. If you're observing something on your screen right now, it's probably me. Cause, yeah, definitely, it's me. Cause who else could it be except my good and weird personality just in front of you right now? I know I kinda got in habit to drink in front of the camera, but that's where I am. You have to bear with that or leave the channel. No, I'm not expelling you out of this nice channel. Keep following me, and I'm just gonna be fucking lit with that. I'm telling you. My voice slightly kinda went down. I don't know how to express myself in a fluent way, but I kinda lost my voice partly. That's why I kinda quit doing some other activities here. And though I keep practicing, and I'm just about to be very curious about how it's gonna happen, like without having a good voice or whatever. I kinda want myself to observe myself, like doing ramblings with the half or kind of not well voice as it could be. Is it regular happen to be on this channel when I'm well man, when I'm in good mood and speaking vain, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm speaking vain, but I lost my voice as I reported you earlier. And what I'm gonna do for today, sorry, after sipping current sip of my water here, I'll tell the rambling story of today, or tonight I should say. And it's not to mention that I kinda practiced some English at our local venues we regularly do today, and I'm pretty contented with that. There was a new arrived American dude. His name was something something. I didn't remember at the time. I'm so bad about remembering names when they just been thrown and passed away, and I can barely remember what it was while hearing that not shit like name come to my ear and go out another my ear, and that happens regularly with me. And though I'm sure that I'm about to remember that person name, if he stays with us for some period of time, I will. And if he doesn't stay with us for a while, I probably wouldn't want to remember his name at all, because who cares about people's names, right? And I do care in a good way, and I don't care also in a good way, because I don't want to offend anyone here, my adorable viewers, and let alone talent. Speaking about subscribers, and that's my regular thing, that I kinda care, that I don't care. It depends on the kinds of things I'm passing through, and that's how I've always been. And it's not the point actually. I got sidetracked again. I always get sidetracked by being sidetracked. I reported you earlier, and that's where I am. Please bear all this. That's me for it. And for tonight, I pitched to you something. I'm gonna pitch to you something specific. I'm gonna tell the story about my real recorder, if you relate to what I'm saying. And just I wanted to get the thing a long time ago, and let's say around 5 years, not actually 5 years, but around 3 years from this day to the past. I was told that a friend of mine had a nice one, actually, that a real recorder machine, and his name is Valery, and he reported that he had a thing, actually, that the real recorder, and the thing was laying and doing nothing at his dacha. And so I heard about that. I made a phone call to Valery, and we made a deal about getting that thing out of there with my help. And I kind of proceeded to his location, and but I made a long way with him, and we reached the place finally, and we on our arrival there, I just familiarized myself with the neighborhoods and the house itself. That was Dutch, actually, summer house of him, of my friend, and we were doing what? We were drinking homemade whiskey. It had around 60 degrees of its spirits in it, and that was cool. After I had a couple of glasses, not glasses, but portions of that whiskey, I got completely wasted, and I barely could stand on my own feet, excuse me, and that was a lot of fun. We were sitting around the table with him, along with him. We were just having a nice and unchained just conversation about, I would say, banter about a lot of silly stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the clutter was around us, and the place actually was cluttered up with some odds and ends, let alone telling about his loft, and that was separate issue. Actually, the thing was laying on the loft, and actually it was doing nothing. It was abandoned by the previous owners, and those owners passed the thing to Valery with the house itself. They sold it with house. The clutter and the stuff that was laying on the loft was passed along with the house with that deal of purchasing that house. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of clutter up there, and I didn't care about much of that stuff. The only thing I cared about was that real recorder, and I was told about the thing, but I didn't see it actually for the moment. For the moment I arrived at the place, and after completing our drinking session, we are just in a good mood, and we loosened up and felt kind of like at ease, and caring more about nothing, and even in a huge harsh way caring about nothing that we were previously without drinking alcohols, you know what I'm saying? And that was cool. But don't drink any alcohols. They're poison and venom for your body and for your brain. That thing should be said here. I'm not just advertising any alcohol drinks. I mean that I'm just about to only tell you this story as it was, and the story went the way I told you, and that wasn't completed yet. I'm on it just right now to tell the very continuation of this nice story. And after drinking beverages, let's put it this way, we just climbed using ladder, and we climbed upwards to the loft, and the thing was laying there waiting for me, and I just kind of cleaned the place around it, and I shaked some clutter off it, clutter that was laying on it. I shake it off it, and the thing was clearly seen to my eyes, and I was wow. I was like moved in a very good way, in a very huge way, I should say, seeing that nice item that I hadn't seen it for a long while before that moment in my life. You know what I'm saying? And all the memories came to me when I was a kid, and I was at Sam's apartment, and we were just listening music, using that real recorder thing. That was another one, not this one, but another one. But the point is clear that all the memory fluttered at me at the moment, and I was like, wow, like I was mesmerized, and I was like, wow, what a thing, what I can I can't even say how it was, just moved in a good way, you know what I'm saying? All the memories came back to me, and I had pretty good moments reminiscing about the times when I was young, and I was actually caring about less of things that I care these days, that felt much more like freedom, not being just involved in other adults' activities, norms, and only following your kids' issues, and that was cool. But time the times passed, and no one can do anything about that, right? And we are just humans. We are all humans, and times come and times come and go, and we can do nothing about that. Literally, I got sidetracked again. Back to the point of today's narration, and I did what? I grabbed the thinner happily and gaily, and I brought it down to the first floor of that house, and we were having another dosage of alcohol drinks called local whiskey, and we discussed the stuff, and we had a long walk from his house to the clay-made brink of the Dnieper River. Brink, I mean the clay hills, the Dnieper River, actually banks of the Dnieper River, they were all made of clay, and they were high, around, I don't know, maybe 10 meters or higher, those clay cliffs. And we were standing there observing the horizon, observing the river, and we were just having a lot of good times there. And the real recorder was waiting for me at that house, and we made our way backwards to the house, and we locked it, and we made our way home. That took a long time to make our way home, and we did. And I brought the thing to my apartment, and from that time it's been residing here in my apartment. Though I won't show you the thing itself because it's heavy, and I have a bad like ache in my lower back, and I can't just lift it by myself and bring it here in order just to bring it and shove it. I'm not gonna shove it right now, and maybe later on I will. We'll see how my back will recover, and regarding all the other stuff that related to that thing, you know what I'm saying. And that's been my story of tonight. I just wanted to bring something new on my sessions here, with my video shoots here, I should say. And just keep doing your own things and keep practice your English. If you're a follower of your English, then don't quit doing that. And that's it about tonight, and see you in a little while, and as always as I release the new episode on this channel. See y'all, and thanks for your attention. See y'all, bye.